Listen to me very carefully, President Museveni, because what I'm about to say comes from a place of deep concern for the people of Uganda, the same people you claim to serve. On December 30th, 2025, your security forces, both police and military personnel, surrounded the home of Dr. Sarah Barita in Kampala. Before they took her, she managed to send one message to the world: "My house is under siege by police and army." Those were her last words before disappearing into your system. And now, as I speak, she sits in Luzira prison, denied bail, charged with what you call unlawful disclosure of voter data. But we both know what this really is. This is intimidation. This is suppression. This is the desperate act of a regime that fears the truth more than it fears anything else. Dr. Sarah Barita is not a criminal. She is a constitutional lawyer, a human rights defender, the executive director of the Center for Constitutional Governance. She is the chairperson of the East and Horn of Africa Election Observation Network, representing 8 countries in our region. She serves on the global network of domestic election monitors. This woman has dedicated her entire professional life to protecting democracy, to defending the rule of law, to ensuring that elections have integrity. And for this, you have thrown her in prison. For this, you have made her an enemy of the state. Let me ask you something, Museveni. What are you so afraid of? What threat does this one woman pose to your 40 years of power that you need both police and army to arrest her? The charges are laughable if they weren't so tragic. They claim she unlawfully obtained or disclosed National Voters Register information between January and December of this year, information that belongs to the Electoral Commission. They say she did this without authorization, without consent. But here's what they won't tell you. Dr. Bariti's entire job, her entire mission, has been to monitor elections, to observe electoral processes, to ensure transparency. That's what election observers do. They examine voter registers, they verify data, they check for irregularities, they ensure that citizens' rights are protected. This is not a crime, this is her constitutional duty. This is what democracy looks like when it's functioning properly. But you don't want democracy functioning properly, do you? You want elections that you control. You want data that you manipulate. You want observers who stay silent. And when someone like Dr. Sarah Barit refuses to stay silent, when she insists on transparency, when she demands accountability, you send your forces to her home in the middle of the night and drag her to prison. This is not governance. This is tyranny dressed in legal language. Let me tell you what really triggered this arrest, because the timing tells us everything we need to know. Just days before her detention, Dr. Barit posted something on social media that clearly rattled your administration. She wrote, "Dear Ugandans, are you thinking of ways to navigate internet shutdown during elections? Starlink got you covered." She encouraged Ugandans to consider satellite internet as protection against the internet blackouts your government has become infamous for imposing during elections. She said, and I quote her exact words, "Satellite internet can't be blocked by dictators. Liberate yourself." That's what this is really about, isn't it? She exposed your plan. She gave people a solution to your censorship. She showed Ugandans that your control isn't